single year this time of year sneaks up on me. We're not quite into the reveal territory for an official reveal of the next Call of Duty, but we're getting there, and it's kind of strange to me that we're already almost 3 months into Cold War's life cycle. I mean, this weekend is the true 3-month mark, so it's gone by pretty fast, I think. And I'll say it again in a video that I was just finishing up notes on here later on in the week, but it feels like time has gone by really fast, even though if you think about everything that's happened in the last 3 months, it really hasn't. But that said, the sentiment still absolutely applies, and while we're still a little bit out of that official reveal territory for COD 2021, there is a decent bit of stuff to talk about here, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I want to talk a little bit about what we've heard from industry insiders and what information is out there. So as we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. What are you looking forward to in COD 2021? Or rather, I guess, what do you hope it will be here? Let me know down below. But as well, if you are new to the channel, do be sure that subscribe button. We're on that road to 400,000 subscribers, and we'll keep you up to date with everything you need to know in relation to COD 2021, Warzone, Cold War, whatever it may be. If you're interested in joining the community, I'd love to have you. That said, let's talk about what's up on deck. So when it comes down to it, first things first, well, we know there's going to be another Call of Duty. Not only just because that's kind of the meme at this point where you're never going to see a year without Call of Duty, but Activision had their quarterly earnings call a couple of days ago in which they actually confirmed this right up front. They didn't say anything in terms of specifics, they didn't give any date, they didn't give any title, and the interesting part is that they actually didn't even give a developer. That's only happened one time before, the last time being that of, well, last year's earning call, because if you remember back, it was actually something that didn't seem to be the case where we'd see Treyarch once again coming off of Black Ops 4, one gap year for Modern Warfare, and then seeing them come back, because we've previously been on this 3-year development cycle where we see Treyarch, we see Infinity Ward, and then we see Sledgehammer working on the mainline Call of Duty titles. But the rumor behind everything was that behind the curtain, things weren't really going as well as they had hoped. There may have been some falling out between Sledgehammer and Raven, and basically the project was just not getting anywhere near where it needed to be at the timetables that were given. So Treyarch was tasked with coming over, kind of rounding up everything together, and then putting out what we now know as Black Ops Cold War. So the only other time that we had ever seen no developer given was back whenever, well, we didn't know what was going to be happening. And this year is kind of the same way. The first parts, of course, those are no-brainers. We know that we're going to see another Call of Duty title. We know that it's probably going to be in October or November, that Q4 release, as we've seen every single year since the franchise started. But the developer is an interesting part because we might have some industry insider information, even if it's not explicitly stated by Activision. The rumors first started swirling about Sledgehammer creating the next Call of Duty 2021, around New Year's, whenever they said Happy New Year's to everybody, kind of kickstarting the speculation. But then we had industry insiders Tom Henderson and also Modern Warzone mentioning that Sledgehammer was who they heard that had the bill for Call of Duty this year. But also adding to that in the last day or so is another industry insider who has kind of come out of retirement, as he put it, for the Call of Duty scene, Okami13. We've talked about him plenty of times here in the past, though not recently, because again, after Modern Warfare's launch, he kind of dipped out. He didn't really do a whole ton in terms of reporting stuff. He talked about Warzone, he talked about the Modern Warfare 2 campaign remaster, but outside of that, his focus wasn't as much on COD. But his track record is flawless in regards to Call of Duty stuff. He ended up adding to the conversation saying, it's true, Sledgehammer Games will be heading COD 2021 with the help of pretty much every Call of Duty studio in existence. Now, to give some clarity here on this might be me trying to fill in the gaps for myself, but maybe it hits the nail on the head. Currently, the other rumor behind the scenes in relation to who has Call of Duty 2021 is that it's actually a race between Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer, whoever can get the game in a build that's a complete state. That's who's rumored to get the Call of Duty slot for 2021. I don't know how much I believe that in a sort of literal sense, but at the same time, it also wouldn't surprise me. But if Sledgehammer is going to be working on this with a multitude of different subsidiary studios helping to develop it, it could lend a hand to that theory. I mean, just when you consider Black Ops Cold War, there are so many studios that had their hands here in this. And yes, it's normal to have a ton of credits within a game, but when you take a look at it, the studios that had a direct helping hand with making Black Ops Cold War after this sort of rumored fallout were Treyarch, Raven, Sledgehammer, High Moon, Beanox, Activision Shanghai, Demonware, Infinity Ward even for some animation and design support, Blizzard for their engineering support team, Activision Central Technology Department, even studios that aren't owned by Activision such as Virtuos Games, 5520 Studios, Adia Digital Art Co., Airship Images, Streamline Studios, and you see where I'm going with this. There's a lot of people that have helping hands here in this. So it is quite plausible that we see something like this happen again. Now, hopefully for what seems like a more finished build at launch, but that's a different story for a different day. But as for setting, that's where I think it can get really interesting. We've seen a handful of different ideas been thrown out there by community, by industry insiders, and people that just like to have the rumor mill running. One is Advanced Warfare 2, which I'm sure would incredibly divide the community. I know that some people loved Advanced Warfare, some people hated it, that advanced movement was either good, that it destroyed the game, you name it. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, in terms of storyline, I, as a story nerd, would have loved to see something happen after that ending, because it was a rather abrupt ending to the campaign. There definitely could have been more that happened either before or after, but the big thing is that I just don't think it would fit all that well. Warzone integration is something that in this earnings call from Activision, they said verbatim, Warzone will be central to our future content planning and a place for our fans to come together to see the latest in the franchise offerings. And when you consider how much success Warzone has already had as a boots on the ground experience, I can't really see them adding jetpacks into that altogether, and thus then creating another game in the jetpack or boost thrusting mechanics era. Which leads to the second idea. Advanced Warfare 2 could be a prequel to Advanced Warfare, leading up to what we'd see within the original Advanced Warfare. Now, Advanced Warfare takes place in the years of 2054 to 2061, so realistically, you could have a similar style prequel to the era of Black Ops, where we saw those lead-ups in games where Black Ops 2 was set in 2025, Black Ops 3 was set in a decent time jump into the future of 2065, and then Black Ops 4 was actually a prequel to Black Ops 3 set in 2043. So an Advanced Warfare sequel could absolutely do the same if you ask me. And that would actually give us a little bit of everything on that 3-year developmental window. Near past with Cold War, modern with Modern Warfare, and then a near future with an advanced-ish warfare. And it wouldn't change Warzone's development all that much, which is something we also have to consider, and we'll get to in just a second. The third theory was that it would be something of a new IP, something that seemingly would circle the drain of the now unified Call of Duty universe between Modern Warfare 2019 and Black Ops, seeing that we had those seamless transitions now and cast write-ins for Modern Warfare 2019 into the Treyarch universe. But World War III is also something that was thrown out there, just a sort of blanket statement that keeps it a little bit more modern, keeps it a little bit more universe and canon friendly. It could be something modern day, something near future, but it could be something that just introduces new characters instead of tries to write some people into a universe. So realistically, the setting, of course, is absolutely pure speculation, but it's interesting to see some of these rumors, I think. As for Warzone integration, where I want to wrap up on this video, Warzone integration, I think, ultimately is what may dictate a lot of what we see in COD 2021, like it or not. Not so much necessarily focusing on the BR or the plunder aspect of Warzone, but the fact that it's one singular universe they're seemingly making, and Warzone is acting as the sort of stepping stone for newcomers to Call of Duty to try it out and then maybe buy the premium games. So they're not going to make two different experiences that are entirely different from each other. So ultimately, I think that Warzone's integration with COD 2021 and what we see then, that may be what even pulls the advanced movement idea. After seeing the integration and how things will go towards one engine, I don't think that we'd see a change to, say, advanced movement. And hell, I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see a more centralized engine in terms of development if everyone has to use the same engine for Warzone to port weapons over anyway. I mean, if everyone has the same tools, it makes it much easier to work out and to make those transitions, so it just makes sense, wouldn't it? But that's kind of where we're at here at this. I just wanted to have a casual discussion here, round out the day with it, and let you know what's new in terms of the industry insider information speaking on Sledgehammer developing COD 2021, also where we may end up seeing this go within the year as well. So that said, that's where we're gonna wrap it up. I'd love to get your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. Are you looking forward to another Sledgehammer Games Call of Duty this year? Are you looking forward to any particular setting? What do you hope to see out of it and within Warzone's integration later on in the year as well? Let me get your thoughts, but hopefully enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below, and of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Call of Duty, including COD 2021 information as it becomes available, Warzone, and anything COD related, we got you covered. So if you're interested, hit that subscribe button. You also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram. Those are the best places to get content outside of YouTube. Probably live on both those. If you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. That said, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.